demonstrator in southern Tasmania. Just let me check my volume and my picture and all those things. We have some gorgeous sunshine coming into the craft room today, but that comes with its own problems as well. Yeah, that looks okay sound-wise. Oh, definitely okay sound-wise. Yeah, so we have beautiful sunshine coming in, but it sometimes comes with rain, with sun rays, sunbeams and things, which makes it hard to see. But hopefully, touch wood, we're okay at the moment. Okay, so I had all these gorgeous products out. I took a picture of the table just before we came live, so I thought I'd just leave them on here and show you what I've got here. These are some, and I say only some, of the prizes I will be offering to my lovely attendees for my launch party, which is on the 25th of January. That's still open if you'd like to come along. These are some of the prizes. We've got some ephemera sayings there, which is really handy. I've been using these quite a bit and probably will use one today. This is brand new ephemera here. This is the birthday treats mix and match. So that's in the new catalogue. So you'll probably be the first kid on your block to have that. We've got various other Sale-a-Bration freebies that I'm going to give away as well. Some designer series paper, a beautiful embossing folder, some bling. There's a kit there, which is so cute. Some stamp sets. Yep, the whole thing is there, so it's lovely. And I think that everyone's a bit excited about is I'm giving away one of these colour coaches as well. So that's a brand new product and really handy. I use mine a lot to work out which colours go with which, being a little bit colour challenged myself. Don't worry, it's not broken. It's just you have to put it together. So they've got the little central thing that you rotate around to pick the right colours, and they've got a wee little brad there that you've got to stick in. So it's not together. You do some assembly required, but not a lot. So that's another prize as well. So watch out. As I say, if you'd love to come to launch, it's Australian customers only. Doesn't matter if you're a demonstrator or not. Everyone's really, really welcome. And I'll just pop my prizes in the box to get them out of the way. So excitingly, the new catalogue is coming. So someone just asked me, I look a bit crooked there, don't I? Someone just asked me when it launches. It actually launches this coming Tuesday, the 7th of January. So I'm really excited about that. I have a few of these left in the craft room. So if you haven't got one and you'd like to get one in the mail, please reach out. Again, Australian customers only, unfortunately. And we are having Sale-a-Bration. So for every $100 that you spend, or this is Australian dollars, you spend on product, you can choose a freebie out of the Sale-a-Bration catalogue. Sadly, I'm not allowed to show you inside yet, but you've seen a few of those things that I just had on the desk there. There's paper, there's stamp sets, there's bundles, there's bling, there's ribbon, there's everything you can want in that Sale-a-Bration freebie brochure. So brand new, loving lots of the new product. And I'm going to be showing some amazing projects to the ladies that come along in my launch. We've been looking at the online exclusives that are coming also on the 7th of January in the last few videos. So again, if you've seen something that you like from the upcoming online exclusives over my last few weeks' videos, please reach out and I can point you in the right direction for those if you struggle finding them online. Got a few people jumping on. We've got Donna and Sharon and Julie. Hey, Julie, nice to see you. And thanks for joining me all the way from Washington, Donna. That's great. I see you pop on every week. I really love seeing your name there. Okay, so that's the catalogue. As I say, if you haven't got one, if you haven't got an active demonstrator, please reach out and I will pop you one in the post. If you have an active demonstrator and you haven't received it yet, please chat to them because they should be doing their job and sending you one. Okay, before we start, I jumped on a few minutes early because there's so much happening and I'm having my cup of coffee. I got up so early this morning because we're going to have quite a warm day here in Hobart. So I got up really early to put the sprinkler on the garden because I didn't want to lose my beautiful garden, my summer garden. But so I got up, I've had my shower. What else have I done? I've had my shower, I've cleaned the kitchen, I've designed a card for launch. Yeah, I've been a woman possessed today, all because I got up a bit early to water the garden. Plus I watered the garden, so yeah. Oh, there's a die. I have to keep that aside. That's one of the new dies. Okay, but there's a few other things starting in coming up, so I'll share those with you before we start crafting. And my February Funfold class, for ladies who do my Funfold classes, I've designed February's class. I'm a little bit early, mostly because I'm going to be away for a couple of weeks in February, so I thought I'd better get it organised and designed before I went. The theme this month is cascading cards. You ladies who do my classes realise I have a theme every month, probably more to make it easier on me than anything, but it's nice to see what sort of variations you get on a theme when you're looking at cards. The theme this month is cascading cards. So you've got 3 cascading cards here. Got a what they call a pleated cascading card here. So there. We've got a sort of gate cascading card there. Nice and simple, these ones. And this is my favourite, I think. We've got a Z-fold cascading card there as well. So you'll notice this gorgeous paper. This is from the catalogue, the new mini catalogue. It's called, we'll be featuring it, the Floral Delight Designer Series paper. Gorgeous oranges, reds, some sort of greens as well. A little bit of pool party there as well. Just so bright, so cheery and perfect for summer there. So, and I'm also featuring, I'll bring it closer so you can see these cute little tiny bee trinkets they're called, and they are tiny and they are bees. So there you go, that's what they are. So you buy this class, either join my VIP club and get it cheaper, or buy it as on a month-by-month casual basis. You get a quarter of a pack of the Designer Series paper, half a pack of the little bees, which I think is about, they come in a little tub like this, but you'll get half a pack, so you'll get, there's 40 bees there, so you get 20 little bees, a quarter of a pack of the paper, the card kit's all cut, ready to go, all scored, cut, ready to go, plus a PDF with video tutorials and an optional Zoom. So there we are. So that's February's class. If you're in the VIP club, because I am away in February, could you please let me know if your membership is just about to run out? Please let me know if you'd like to continue into February, so that I can make sure I include you when I start cutting kits. So that's February's Funfold class. I love that paper. I truly do. On the second Tuesday of January, that's the 14th of January, we've got Come Craft With Me. I've already popped the details up in the event. If you'd like to pop over and have a look on my Facebook page, the event is there. We're doing this little guy here, which I think I saw called a pop-up diamond easel. So fairly simple on the front there. We have this sort of diamond here, which becomes an easel on the inside. So that's what we're going to be doing in Come Craft With Me. I'm using that. This is the Mixed Media Florals Designer Series paper. Again, brand new. And I'm sure we'll see a lot more of it. But there. So if you wanted to join me on Tuesday night, local time, I think it's about 8 o'clock, 7:30, something. Someone will remind me what the time is to make sure I don't forget. That has been known, but we're going to make that card together. Don't have to have the paper, of course. You can use your own paper, use your own images, but that's my version of it there. Measurements are in the event. Okay, thanks. That my brain's all over the place at the moment. I'm really got so much happening in my head that I'm making silly mistakes. I'll tell you a story from this morning while I bring everything in. This morning, I, as I say, got up nice and early and I put the sprinkler on the garden. I did some hand watering and then I put the sprinkler on the big garden. And about an hour later, I started the shower because I have had a shower. Miracles happen. I had a shower. I thought, oh, goodness, I've left that sprinkler on. So I went up to the backyard and turned the sprinkler off while the shower was still running. We've got to keep that in mind. And as I walked back towards the house, I thought, oh no, who's in the shower? Somebody's broken into my house and is having a shower. because Stephen's at swimming at the moment. So in the time it took me to walk to the backyard, turn off the sprinkler and back into the house, I'd forgotten that it was actually me who'd left the shower on, and I thought some burglar had popped in and turned my shower on. I don't know, was he stealing water? I don't know. Anyway, it took me like about 2 seconds to realise that I was an idiot and have a giggle at myself. But anyway. Okay, so this is our card. There you go. There you do. I'm going to be next in the loony bin, I reckon. This is a card we're going to make together today. It's using, I've decorated with the ephemera. People calling me the ephemera queen. I don't know whether that's a compliment or something else. But the highlight of it is this woven background here. I was just sort of cruising around websites and Pinterest and trying to find something a little bit interesting, and I came across that. So I thought, well, let's give that a bit of a go today. Lovely soft colours with our white cardstock, and this is soft sea foam. And as I say, I'm using the ephemera, so I've got that out as well. The flowers are from Fully Flowering, and the sentiment is, as I mentioned before, this brand new one, the Greetings for All ephemera, which I'm finding really handy at the moment, just to save having to get the sentiments out. But there we are. So that's the one we're going to make, and I'll show a few hints and see. I'm using cardstock with this one, but I made one during the week where I actually wove a really soft blue designer series paper. So it was thinner, obviously, and it wove slightly different, but it was really, really pretty, and I wanted the soft blue. So yeah, you can weave whatever you want, I assume, as long as it's it sort of bends a bit. Okay, so let's give this one a bit of a go. So I've got my normal size card base, 4 1/8 by 5 1/2, scored in the middle there, so that's our card base. And I've got a layer of soft cell. Give myself away, there's my ephemera there. A layer of soft sea foam, which is 1/8 of an inch smaller, so that's 4 inches by 5 3/8. I haven't got the metrics worked out for this, but if you want the metrics, please reach out, and I will, the centimetres, and I will try and work them out for you. I do have a really, really handy table that I worked, that I put together a year or so ago now, that actually converts the inches to the centimetres. So right down to the 1/8 of an inch, converts it to centimetres, and I find it really handy because I still struggle with that. So if you would like me to email you that, I've got mine printed and laminated. There's mine. I've got it printed and laminated, so I find it really handy. I just whip it out when I'm doing a class and go, 4 1/8 is 10.5 centimetres. So that's really handy. So as I say, I'm happy to send that out to you via an email or a message if you'd like that. So yeah, and then we can all be converting queens together. Okay, so that's the soft sea foam there. And then I've got another layer of white, which is going to sit over the top of that with our weaving on it. Just making sure I do have got that right. Yeah, so this one here, I think, love the table. Okay, I think I've got your email address, Susan, so that's fine. You can just send me a message because I lose these comments as soon as we go live. So, and Wendy as well, just send me a message on our normal channel and with your email address if you don't think I've got it, and I will email that through to you. Okay, so that's another piece. I think it's about 1/2 an inch smaller than the card. See, I can't even use a ruler today. 3 1/2 by 4 7/8. So that piece there, but I'm not going to attach that just yet. We'll do our weaving first. Now, the eventual size of the weaving is going to be just smaller than this piece, right? So it's just going to be, there's going to be a tiny little border around it. This piece here is what I'm going to do the weaving on, and it is bigger. It is bigger, and it's bigger for a reason, in the fact that I'm going to do the weaving and then trim it down to size. It just makes it easier if you're not sort of having to work exactly to the right size, so you can trim it down. And to do the weaving, I have lots of pieces of white cardstock. So to go Now someone's going to remind me which is weft and which is, what is it, weft, and we've got any weavers online? Weft and waft? I don't know. Tell me. Show me how clever you can be. Julie, you want the table too. Julie, if you look into the Chatty Stampers group, the team group, it's there. I have a feeling you better grab it before the end of the month, I think that. But anyway, I can send it to you anyway. Okay, and Vicky as well. Send me a message and send me your email address, Vicky. That would be wonderful. Okay, so I've got, nobody's telling me what's which way. Is it waft? So the vertical ones and the horizontal ones. So these are half inch wide strips, and that's what we're going to be weaving on. And these ones are a fair bit longer than the piece of cardstock that we're weaving on. And then I've got some half-inch strips that I've cut that are going to go the other way. Okay, so there we go. But what they do, the easiest thing to do is to just grab the piece of cardstock, and as I say, this is bigger than it's going to eventually be. Grab some double-sided tape. You're going to use a fair bit of double-sided tape in this baby, so there. And just pop some double-sided tape just along the top of the piece of cardstock. This is just to secure our verticals. Since no one can tell me the technical word, we're just calling them verticals. Okay, and we're lying those just up and down on the cardstock. I'm going to take them all the way, trying to be as straight as I possibly can. Just make sure that's okay. Yep, that's okay. And just jutting them up, hard up against each other all the way along. So these are, I'll Google it afterwards and I'll know what they're actually called. The technical weaving term, warp and fell line. Thank you, Jan. So which one's these? Is this the fell line, is it? Fell sort of sounds like something that would go up and down. Or a line would be the, anyway, that's okay. Weft and warp, okay. There's a hair on there. Oh well, we'll survive. And just the last little one, that's slightly off the end. It's not going to kill me to have that slightly off the end. We can still weave with that. Knowing that I had 1/2 centimetre panels, I probably should have made that a nice even round multiple of half, but anyway, all good. Okay, so now we can start the fun bit, the in and outy part, the weaving. So what I'm going to do is just start with these little shorter ones. Just go above and below, above and below, above and below, above and below. Oh, I forgot an important thing. First of all, going to pop some double-sided tape on the back of this one. So each of these little ones, I'm going to pop some double-sided tape on the back. No, hang on, that's all right. On this one, I'm going to put some double-sided tape on the back because it's our very first one and I want it to be secure. So we'll go again. Above, below, above, below, below, above, above, below. Make sure it doesn't stick. Above, below, and then take it all the way as far as I possibly can to the top. Try and keep it even, sort of compared to the top of the card, and take it up as far as you possibly can. That one's come off. Here we are. Okay, so there's our first, what do we call it? Weft, our first fell line. Oh, you're going to be the bane of my life, aren't you? There we go. So now we're going to continue with this, with sort of alternating above, below, above, below. I found the easiest way was to grab So this one, we were above it before, so which means we're going to go below it the next time. So I'm going to fold that up because with the vertical, the fell line is going to go underneath it. Same with this one, fold it up. Now you will get slight little bumps in your weaving because you're folding these up, but that's fine. That's what weaving does. It has like little hills and valleys in it, so that's fine. Now this time we're going to grab the double-sided tape. We're going to lay it across the actual weaving, and that does two things. That will hold our vertical in place when the time comes, but it also holds these little guys firmly down so that they don't get in the way and bump up. I don't sit up when we want them to sit flat. And then it's really easy. You can just come in with your vertical one, sort of place it sort of hard up under those little scores that you've done, and fold them down. And you've got your next line done. So then we'll do the next again. We'll do the opposite. So the ones that were underneath before are going to be over the top this time. So we'll fold them up. Now I picked this particular one. I found a website online. It was a different company, but I found a very similar card there. So I'm not really sure. It was just a picture of a card, which I sort of copied. So I'm not really sure how they did their weaving, but this is the easiest way I found. Again, we're going to bring in some double-sided tape. Stick these little guys down because, as you can see there they actually come up because they're not scored. They're scored but not heavily scored. So this having that there sort of keeps them nice and flat. Take that off. Bring in our next vertical. Put that in there. Now, not too worried about going over the edge at all because, as I say, we're going to trim this guy down to the right size for our project. Keep going, got a few to go. I am finding lots of inspiration in the new catalogue as well, after sort of struggling with the Christmas one to a certain degree, which I don't think I'm alone in that one. I think a lot of customers reached out and said, they were struggling with it as well. It seemed particularly, how do I put this? Yeah, it wasn't particularly culturally applicable for Australia. In a lot of ways, there wasn't much that rang familiar for Australian my Australian customers. I know some loved it, but I think a lot actually struggled. You know what I forgot to do? I talk about catalogues and get all excited, and I forgot to add the vertical. Let's hope we don't have to start again. I forgot to add the vertical one. You're a silly Billy, Julianne. Yeah, I told you my brain's all over the place at the moment. Talking about new catalogues and getting all excited, that's the problem. That's better. I knew there was something missing there. Talking about weaving terminologies, getting all distracted. There we go. All right, keep going. I've got 9, I think, 9 verticals to pop in, or horizontals. Don't know whether we'll need them all. Hope everyone's had a lovely Christmas and New Year period. I've got some lovely cards. I think I've reached out to thank a lot of people for their wonderful gifts. Yeah, it was so nice. Stephen was quite impressed when he saw the number of cards and things. He went, "Oh my goodness, I've never seen so many cards." I sort of rolled my eyes and says, "Stephen, that's what we do. We're card people. We do cards, and Christmas is a big time." So thank you very much to everyone. They're all on display. Although it's just about time to take the Christmas tree back. Christmas tree down, but yes, it's been a lovely Christmas. I had both the boys with us for lunch, which was nice. And since they have partners of houses of their own now, it's lovely to have them back home. So I don't think I'll be that fortunate next year. I reckon they'll probably do their time with their in-laws next year, but it was nice this year. Okay, so you can see how that's coming together there. It's quite good. I'm going to be disappointed there where I had to rip it all off, but it doesn't look too bad, and I'll cover it with our decorations anyway. Now, when you're folding these up, try and keep them in line with everything above, so they're parallel to each other. It just makes it so much easier as you do it, as you're working your way down, if they're not overlapping each other too much. Okay, must be getting to the bottom now, aren't we? Strangely enough, that one seems a little bit crooked. It's okay. Fix that. Okay. Not exactly exciting. I hope you're finding it relaxing. You wish it had more. Yeah, I'm with you there, Vicky, this time. Usually there's a couple. I did like the Surf and Santa. I used him a bit. But that was, yeah, not much else really. Still got some Christmas trees ones from last year that I didn't bother replacing, so they were still in the annual catalogue, which was nice. Various trees and all that. So yeah, anyway, it's all good. We've got new things to look forward to, and trust me, yeah, there'll be lots of new stuff that you like in the next catalogue. Well, if you're anything like me, there will be. That one. It's hard to talk and weave at the same time. So if you have seen the catalogue yet, if you've either they're 1/2 inch wide, Vicky, and they're just as long as they need to be, but they're 1/2 inch wide. What's that, 1.3 centimetres? Yeah, so if you have seen the catalogue already, or if you're a demonstrator and have seen it, or if you're a demonstrator or one of my customers who've had theirs sent, have you seen anything there that you like yet? And if so, what was it? Please let me know. It'd be nice to know what the popular ones are going to be so I can concentrate on those. Okay, so that's the last one for that piece of cardstock there. I'm wondering if I'm going to need to do another one. Let's see. So as I say, it's going to be slightly smaller than this piece when it's finished. No, I think I'm right. Okay, so there we are. We're all woven up. Got one spare. That's pretty good. Now, what I'm going to do is you can see that the ends there fold up, and then on the edges they fold out as well. So once I've trimmed it, I'm just going to add some little bits of glue just to fold those down, and they'll be fine. So what size am I going to trim this to? So that's 3.5, so I'll trim it down to 3 1/3. Just excuse me for a minute. We've got delete comment. Bit of an interloper there. That's all good. I just got rid of that. Hopefully it's happening a bit these days. People jump in on your lives and things, but that's okay. I did get rid of it, didn't I? Anyway, ignore that. I'm not trying to sell you superannuation. So by 4 3/4. By 3, okay. I'm going to trim this down. Now, I found it easier to trim it with my guillotine rather than my trimmer. Basically because, I'm trying to find my guillotine, because the trimmer, forgive the crash, my trimmer's sort of trying to come down at something and it tended to rip. So we'll use the, where we can, we'll use this just to trim it off. So it was going to be 3 3/8. 3 3/8. So I'm going to leave that edge right, plain. I might just trim off these extras here. Don't need you. So 3 3/8. Oh, I don't know if I can do it with this trimmer. I may have to use the, hope for the best, use my paper trimmer and hope for the best. I'll just try and be very, 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 very careful. And 4 3/4. Yeah, 4 3/4 long. There we are. Oh, that cut really well. That's good. So there we are. That's our panel. Now, as I mentioned, these are sticking up because they've been folded up. We'll just stick those down with a wee bit of glue. That's entirely possible for me. Okay. And there's our little woven background. So you can imagine that in a nice soft blue. That's the one, as I say, I made during the week with a nice soft blue designer series paper. So yeah, that was fine. So it's got nice sort of texture to it, nice pattern there. So let's use it to make the rest of the card. So if I've done the right thing, which I have, it's going to sit on that little layer of white. Just glue that on there. Yes, I'd love to see, Vicky. It is a lovely background. I'd love to see it if you came up with something. That would be awesome. I'd love to see what you come up with, what the colours. As I say, the soft blue was lovely. I've already sent the card, so I can't show you, but I made it for a very special occasion. I just loved it so much, so I just kept on going. But the soft blue designer series paper was the back of the beautiful Bokia from the new catalogue. That was one of the really soft blues there. So there we are. So that's on that. Now I've got, with the original card, I sort of took inspiration from the website that I was on. They've actually got this white twine, and I got a needle, like an embroidery needle, and actually stuck it through to do this X of the white twine behind. Yeah, it was a bit hard, and it's a bit hard to get it through, so I'm not going to. That's one possibility. I'm going to use the white twine again. Sorry, I haven't got it over here. I have to get it. I'm going to use the white twine again if I can find it. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Can't find it. It's disappeared. Oh, damn. I was going to use the white twine, but it's disappeared. Apologies, I've disappeared too. My white twine, I put it back over where everything was. I thought, oh, is that it down there? No. It's okay. I won't be able to use it because I can't find it. I didn't bring it out, did I? No. Where did I put it? I'm going crazy, I tell you. I put it somewhere to keep it safe. That safe place is the worst place for losing things. I'll put that in a safe place, I said, and then I'll know where it is. It's okay. I might use some. What am I going to use instead? Oh, I hate it when that safe place goes wrong. Safe place. Okay. No white twine. Let's do some white something else. Some white something else. Oh, I found it. As soon as I gave up looking for it, I found it. It's always the way. Apologies, guys. Yeah, so I'm just going to wrap it round this time. I think I'll do that as opposed to doing the whole needle business. Just became very difficult. And I don't like difficult. Life has to be easy. Card making has to be easy. No. Anyway, okay, so I'm just wrapping that around the centre of our little woven background a couple of times. Just pop a knot over here to the left-hand side. There we are. Trim that in a minute. So I'm just using the white twine around the centre. And what I'm going to do is grab some dimensionals and pop that onto my card base. Stevie's not back from swimming yet. It's a late one. I think they normally have breakfast after swimming on the first Saturday of the month, so that's probably where he is. It's lovely and quiet. There's only two of us now, but it's amazing how quiet it is when there's only one. There we go. So that's on there. And I have a little sort of, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, octagon that I've cut with the countryside corners, and that's going to sit in the middle there. Breaks my heart actually covering our beautiful weaving, but anyway, that's fine. It's a background. It's supposed to be in the background. And again, I have the ephemera. I'm going to pop this one there, up a bit higher. So I don't want to get it in the way of my there. black and white one up in and under there. And these extra leaves behind there. So that's makes the card go from plain to wow, like straight away. It's amazing stuff. I'm just going to glue those on. Using ribbon to, oh yeah, that would be nice too. Actually use a sort of a centimetre wide ribbon or even a little bit more. Yeah, thanks Libby, I might give that one a go. I've got, heaven knows I've got enough ribbon around that I could use some. So if anyone weaves anything a little bit different, please pop it over on the Facebook page. I love to encourage others to show their craft on my Facebook page. It's not just about me. Heaven help us if it was. No, I love to get all of you involved, showing your crafts. And if I've managed to inspire something well and good, and it doesn't have to be Stampin' Up, and it doesn't have to be inspired by me. So many far more inspiring people out there. There we go. So some dimensionals on the back of this one. And we're going to do some bling. So there wasn't any bling that I had. Oh no, I've got to do our sentiment first. So I'll pop this just in the middle there. There we are. Sentiment, let's pick something. So we're going to use these greetings for all ephemera. I've already picked a lot of them out. So if you haven't seen these before, you get the little sayings, and a lot of them are already cut out. So if you struggle with that sort of cutting things out, they're already sort of cut out following the line of the sentiment. Some of them are on big squares, like that happy birthday and that thanks are on just rectangles. Just a note, get well soon, happy Christmas. We've got best wishes, Easter, sweet baby, missing you. There's just about everything you could possibly want in there. And they're the black on white, and then we also have some white on black as well. Really, really effective. I love that sort of almost sophistication of that way. I like the black on the white too. But anyway, really, really nice. Best wishes I did on the first one. What do we do on the second one? Sorry for I don't want to do that. Missing you, sweet baby, I love you, sending hugs. What else have I got? I could just use, if I can find best wishes again, we could do that. There's the best wishes. We'll just do that again. That sort of covers a whole variety of occasions. Pop that on there. I'm going to pop that on some dimensionals as well. Dimension on dimension on dimension happening here. Good morning, Wing Rose. Lovely to see you. Now, Rose and Tammy, I don't know if Tammy's on, local ladies. I have your kits for January here. Everyone who I posted to, they're starting to arrive. So I've just been a bit slack and haven't been your way, but I will definitely pop your January kit in your post box this week. So you'll have it to be ready. And Zoom for January is the 19th. Gosh, I've got a busy couple of weeks coming up. Okay, so that's so far. Bling wise, now these are no longer current, but these are our, what are they called, blooming pearls. Absolutely gorgeous. So I've got a few spare packets lying around. And this one here is I think it was the garden green version. Actually works so well with this card. So you could use that if you've got something that's old and retired or whatever. Or you can just use our wonderful rhinestone basic jewels and colour them with your blends or your markers, more like the colour that you want. So I've got a brand new packet here. I'm going to get my garden green. I think it was garden green. Yes. Get my garden green marker and just colour them in. So you can see, I don't know if you can see, I'll bring it closer in a second. So I want one of those. One of those. You have to give it a couple of minutes to dry, obviously, a couple of seconds to dry. And one of those, just so you end up with the colour you want. So that's the right marker there. Okay, so I'm going to use those on my card. Now, speaking of right markers, and I should have mentioned this right at the beginning, but I was getting excited. Sale-a-Bration joining offer is absolutely usually the highlight of the year, and this year is no exception. I actually joined through Sale-a-Bration in 2018, and it was a good deal then. But this one is probably just as good, and I'll show you in a minute. I actually put together, sadly can't show you the catalogue yet, but I've put together a little graphic. I might as well use it since I put it together. Okay, so there we are. So there you can see those little blings that I've done with the green there. That's taken the green colour, which is really handy if you haven't got bling the right colour. There we are. So that's our card for today. There we are. So with our white twine around the middle rather than as an X in the background. So hopefully you like that one. That weaving takes a few minutes to do it, but I think it's definitely worthwhile to get that lovely textured background. Now, the Sale-a-Bration joining offer before you go, I think it's a really interesting one to see. Here we are. Hopefully that's coming up and you can still hear my voice. During Sale-a-Bration, which is the 7th of January through to the end of February. Yeah, I think it's the end of February. Yeah, the end of February. You join Stamping Up or you join my team. You can choose 2 packets of right markers. So they are our wonderful coloured family right markers. So you can choose 2 of those. Those packets are actually sell for $62.50 each. So just there you've got $125 worth of free value just for joining up during Sale-a-Bration. But on top of that, you also get a stamp set, which is a lovely stamp set for actually using the markers. It's called Handmade Designs. I had to black out the images because I'm not allowed to show you the images yet, but you get that on top. So that's another $37. So you've got 125 and 37, it's 25, 32. That's another $162 on top of your starter kit. So you get close on $400, so $397 worth of product for just $169. And to make it even better, you get free delivery. So if you used to be a Stamping Up demonstrator or you were thinking of joining Stamping Up and getting your ongoing 20% discount on all the lovely product, Sale-a-Bration is the most awesome time to do so. If you can just join, stay around for as long as your membership lasts and not buy another thing. As much as I would hate to see you do that, you can actually just take the starter kit and run, so to speak. But it's a wonderful community. I love my little team. I've already seen a couple of my lovely ladies on this morning, which is so nice to see, with a few of you on. But we've always got room for others. So if you'd love a wonderful crafty community and you love to save money and get that great deal, please reach out from Tuesday onwards. Okay. I don't know if I've done my hair. I could actually go to me. Here's me. Okay. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I'll just pop my camera there a bit. Yeah, hair's not too bad. Thanks for joining me. It's been great to have you with me. I'd, as I say, love to have you as a customer during Sale-a-Bration, and I'd love to have you as a team member during Sale-a-Bration as well. Hopefully you enjoyed the cards. Here they are. Enjoyed the cards there. do give it a go, please pop it up on my Facebook page. I'd love to see what you came up with hair sticking out there. Yeah, be great to see you all. Stay cool if you're in the hot parts of Australia. Stay warm if you're in the cold parts of other places. And I will see you all again.